Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board Identity Fridays. Why are you angry? Why do you have emotions? Why do you feel incomplete? Why are you inadequate? Why are you constantly seeking for love? So this is a live for that person who looks at their fathers and they resent their fathers with the hate of their mothers. This is a live that shows you how mothers can be wicked to an extent that they turn children against their fathers and then they start resenting their fathers. So most of the things that we've learned in life, they are lies. Most of your thoughts are lies at all the time. They excite you to depress you. They make you feel loved to make you feel hated. They make you feel happy only to make you feel sad. They are lies. Stop listening to your thoughts. They are not your thoughts. They are what people put in your head. Immediately you start doubting every single thought in your head, you're winning this battle. You will not expect anything from anybody. You will not think you love people because you're incapable of loving people. You can only love God, and then God will give you the love so that you can spread it to other people. This is a life for that weak man who is wondering, why is my marriage headed towards divorce? Yet I have done everything for this woman. This is a life for that woman who is looking at the husband and wondering, why is this one so weak? Why am I even becoming a leader? Yet I came here hoping that I can submit to this one so that he can actually lead me. Women want to submit and respect a man who has leadership, a man who upholds the truth. So he knows God, and through knowing God, he has an identity. And now he is filled with love and he can share that love. And the order of God, as we say every single time here, you can go shout at the mountain, sing all those praises songs until the cows come back home. But you realize that the order of God shall remain. That God above men, men above women, women above children. And that is how love flows. The other way around is respect and submission. Now this might be interpreted as, most women will interpret this as, oh, this guy is a chauvinist, this guy is a misogynist, this guy is talking against women. No, I am actually advocating for women because women are happily, they are happy under a man who can easily provide, a man who can protect, and a man who can actually show you leadership. It is very natural. That's the natural order of life. And I told women, stop looking for a man. It is so unnatural for a woman to look for a man. So when you start telling us, oh, you know what, I have a type. Oh, you know, this is my type. When we ask you about your type and you answer, this is my type. We will paint the exact image of that type of yours. We will serve you that type of yours. After we've served you that type of yours, you will see hell. You will end up resenting the man or the male. And you will become just like the male. You will become masculine. You will become resentful. You will have all this anger. And as you have this anger, you will adapt his identity. So this male will always be in your head. What does that mean? That means every man you will be looking for, because you're still looking for a man anyway. You're getting it all wrong. So you'll still be looking for a man. So every time you'll be looking for a man, you'll be looking for a man who is totally the opposite of this one who is in your head. Which means you've allowed this evil spirit in form of a man to live in your head and guide you, to control you. So you're constantly running away from the man in your head and you end up attracting the same man in your head. We attract who we are from within. You like it or not, you will attract who you are from within you. So go fix you. Whatever is happening in the world is none of your business. All of us, whatever is happening in the world is none of your business. You don't have a career, you don't have a reputation, you don't have parents, you don't have nothing, you don't have children. You came alone, remember that. All you have is the love of God. All you have is the power within you, the identity. So you choose you because there are only two identities. You either identify with the evil or you identify with the good. Once you just settle to that level, you will realize you're an evil person and therefore you need to cross that bridge. You need to overcome so that you have perfect peace. And when you have perfect peace, tell me about depression. Tell me about anxiety. Tell me about overthinking. Tell me about anger. Some of you are so filled with anger, and when I ask you if you're angry, you keep on running. Oh, you know what? No, I'm not angry. I'm never angry, because you think when I ask you if you have anger, I'm asking you if you have anger issues. Why is that so anyway? By the way, why is it that way? That every person I ask, do you have anger? The first thing they tell me, no, I don't have anger issues. I'm like, no, I did not ask you about anger issues. I asked you, do you have anger? Just answer yes or no. They say no. And then I ask them, so you have never gotten angry? You never get angry? They say, I do, because I'm human. Listen to that, them defending the nature of evil. I do get angry because I'm human. But you said you don't have anger. So how do you get angry without anger? They're like, oh, I see what you've done there. I'm like, yeah. So do you have anger? Now they're like, yeah, let me just say yes. But I don't have anger issues. I know how to handle it. I know how to, I've learned how to. Where did you learn that from? When you don't have an identity? Where did you learn it from? And that's the reason why we have this life. Amazing stuff. You are in the world, but you're not of the world. Always remember that word. You are in the world, but you're not of the world. So whatever is happening in this world is none of your business. Seek ye first, and the rest shall be added unto you. The problem with you is you're constantly seeking the rest, forgetting the major point. But anytime you seek the rest, you turn yourself from the spirit of good. You will never see light. Oh, you will live in that hell every single time. That is the reason why most of you love their own hell, but you don't even know. That's the reason why most of you resent your fathers and your mothers, but you don't even know. You think you love them, but you don't have love. Where did you get love when you have anger? A heart that harbors anger cannot harbor love. It is impossible. Just the same way light and darkness cannot sit in the same room. If you have anger, you have the spirit of evil. You need to fix it. You need to overcome the anger, because anger blocks you from seeing light. When you have anger, you just want to destroy. And when a woman has anger, she's interested in destroying every single thing. She is willing to apologize later because of guilt, but she can destroy every single thing, including her children. And I can demonstrate this. Look at a woman who has a child. You people call them single mothers. There's no single mothers. I told you there's nothing like single mothers. You cannot get a child on your own. There's a father. So look at a woman who is raising a child on her own. She gets so angry and emotional because sometimes providing for this child is becoming problematic. So she gets angry. Sometimes she looks at her children and she sees the father who ran away. And now she has to train the children to hate the father through her own hate. So most of you, you don't hate your fathers. Most of you were taught to hate your fathers by your mothers. So you hate your fathers through the hate of your mothers. You are not born with hate. So look at this woman getting into a relationship and introducing this child to this new man. And then this new man is so charming because of the nature of evil. He's so charming that this woman does not want to drop this man. And once that man realizes that weakness, because from inside you, you are constantly trying to seek validation and you're trying to find love. You're trying to find somebody and then you find him anyway. But this man knows that you're coming with that weakness of being incomplete. He is also incomplete because he has never forgiven his mother. So he has all his issues. So he's just interested in the organ. So you introduce the child to him and this guy puts boundaries. He tells you, know what, I don't think I can date a single mother. I don't think I can marry a single mother. Unless, now when he says unless, now you're like, oh, okay, unless what? Anything you say, I'll do. Anything you say, I'll do. Okay. Now this guy comes in, he's angry, and you think it's because of this child of yours. Now you're looking at this guy trying to blame this child of yours for the relationship, because sometimes it gets difficult, because when this guy tries to punish this guy, this child of yours, let's say he's a son, and the new man tries to punish this child, of course you'll get so angry. That is one. Number two, your son or your daughter does not like this new man because he knows that this man is coming in to separate or to actually divide the attention that is coming from you to the children. So they sense it. They don't like that. They resent you. They become just like you. Have you ever wondered why it is so easy for a single mother to actually raise a single mother? Have you ever wondered why? And then they make you believe that the man was the problem. So now when you're there, you're trying to look for a man, you're seeing problems in every man. And the weird part, you end up becoming a single mother earlier than the age that your mother became a single mother. Have you ever noticed that? Look around, you'll see that. So now depression is setting in. The depression is setting in. You're hating your father, you end up attracting your father because he was a weak man. You end up attracting your father in a relationship. And now you resent this because whatever you're running away from will come. You will attract it. Because you're running away, yes. You can even change the countries, but you carry the spirit inside you. You've not changed the spirit. You've just changed the country. How about the spirit inside you? Oh, you can go to that river and pray and carry your hands up and do all those things. You can go and kneel down and do everything. But once you've come out from that kneeling, you're like, what was I doing? Because the devil is speaking to your thoughts. He knows your weakness is your imagination. So he gives you what you want, and then you feel happy, and then he depresses you by disappointing you. So do not allow the nature of evil to settle in you. Get it out. This is not a preaching class. This is not a church. But if you want to take it that way, well done. I am better off than your pastor who lays a hand on you. And once he lays a hand on you, he wants to touch your boobs. He's laying a hand on you, but he's busy looking at your, your breast like, this one. How many of you have suffered in the hands of pastors? You thought your pastor is going to fix your identity, and then your pastor wants you. Oh, you know what? For me to get this evil spirit out of you, I must put the Spirit of God inside your organ. How many of you? Now the pastor has akona mfereji ya kuwekea Spirit of God. He has to sink his manhood inside you so that he can pour the Spirit of God inside you. How many of you? Most of ladies are so gullible. And actually, if you walk into churches, you will see women are the ones who are actually holding these churches up. They are the ones who are holding this church up by financial support and all that. And you allow them to manipulate you and lie to you because they sell hope to you. They sell hope to you. Somebody does not know God. He knows about God because he has studied theology. But he doesn't know God. He has anger. He has never forgiven their mothers and their fathers for actually imposing a false identity in them. And you expect them to guide you through your depression? Did you know your psychiatrists and your marriage counselors are actually struggling with marriage? How many of you have gone into those counseling rooms and you've been told, oh, you know what? You can just walk through this. I mean, I have gone through this too. I'm divorced, but I'll help you fix your marriage. Somebody who has walked through a divorce is the one who actually can advise you well about marriage. How many of you have heard that? Don't worry about what I'm saying. Don't worry about what I do. Worry about what I say. Okay? Just follow what I say. Don't follow what I do. So I am divorced, but I am going to fix your marriage. I am the psychiatrist. I went to school for this, right? Madam psychiatrist. Wewe. Yako ilikushinda, so yangu utaweza? Hapana, no way. So until you get your identity, and I will tell you, I will repeat this until you get it. One thing you should know is every single one of us was born complete, was born without fear, was born... You see, as a child, you can climb on this table and jump. You have no fear, you have no doubt. And you believe that your biological father is richer than every father in this world. Imagine that trust, that a child believes that their father is the richest, even if he's the poorest. A child believes that their father is the strongest. He can actually beat every other child, every other father out here. And that their father is the brightest. That's why they ask their fathers questions. And their fathers are like, where did this come from? If you fail to answer those questions, you are becoming so weak. So you need guidance to answer those questions. So if you're a father and you're getting angry because your daughter is asking multiple questions, you're crazy. You need an identity. If you're a mother and you look at your daughter and you want to shout, some of you are living with their mothers. And when you get to about 25 years, your mothers don't want you there. They want you out. You're working years, you're coming back home and giving them something at the end of the month. They're excited at the end of the month. Hey, my daughter is a doctor. Oh, my daughter is a doctor. Hey, after the money is done, she's looking at you and is like, why don't you live here? We don't want you here. Why don't you get married? And then you get so angry. Why is my mother chasing me here? I have 5 boyfriends, but none of them wants to marry me. So where do you want me to go?